When it came out, everybody, of course, had the typical reaction. Oh, there it is. It's the Obama administration going after people again. And I just want to do this right now off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of all the people that he's going after. You have Rick Perry here, who's been against Obama, wanted Obama to come down to Texas, wanted him to put troops on the border. He doesn't. Funny, the day that he's actually shaking hands with people, it's in the newspaper, the indictment comes down. Chris Christie, who I don't even like Chris Christie, and I'm from New Jersey. Why don't you go around, because he's under an investigation now, a federal investigation about the bridge closer. Why don't you go ask anybody in New Jersey, Republican or Democrat, about political corruption, and every one of them will give you 15 things, and none of them will be the Bridgegate scandal. It's way worse. So don't tell me that that's not political, because he wants to run for president. Scott Walker wants to run for president. He was actually recalled. He took on the unions. He wins. So then they try and open up a federal investigation on him. It gets thrown out of court because it's a joke. Now it's come back again, the same investigation. So that'd be another guy that can say there's federal investigation. And it's not just with the politicians. It's not just Republicans. I'm thinking about, let's see, S&P, when they downgraded the AAA rating for the nation a couple of summers ago. And I can't imagine why they would do that. I mean, you have an idiot who is leading the nation that releases a budget that never once balances, that could care less about cutting spending at all. We borrow 40 cents of every dollar. I can't imagine why they would possibly downgrade our credit rating. Then you see a year later, they were the only agency that did it. Now they're under a federal investigation about the way that they rate mortgages. Phil Mickelson, the golfer, who had comments about taxes in California and says, I'm paying 2/3 now of taxes. Is that my fair share? Oh, no, he's under a federal investigation for some insider stock trading because they think he might have overheard a tip on the golf course. What does that even mean? How would you even know that anyway, if that's even true? If anything, I bet the Secretary of State, John Kerry's pissed that he didn't get the tip first. Then it goes to the IRS, of course, targeting the Tea Party. Then they get caught. Where's the hard drives? We don't know. It doesn't matter. They don't even get stored on hard drives anyway. It's on servers, but that doesn't matter. The woman in Texas that was testifying about the IRS who tried to start a voting nonprofit group that would help ensure that there was not voter fraud going. This woman who looked like someone that you would see as like a soccer mom if you're casting a soccer mom for a movie. She's testifying to Congress. She's had the FBI investigator 7 times for domestic terrorism. OSHA has levied tens of thousands of dollars in fines for her. So it's a little bit of a pattern. And it just goes on and on. Rupert Murdoch, the owner of Fox News now, the FBI has seized 80,000 emails from his computer. Stanley McChrystal, one of the great generals that we had in this country that was over Afghanistan, does a piece in the Rolling Stone where he criticizes Obama and Biden. And the criticism is legit. And then, of course, he's fired the week afterwards. Petraeus went against the administration 3 days after Obama's reelected. Let's bring out the affair scandal. He has to go. And the list goes on and on about the generals. You should look it up that are being let go by this administration. So I'm just taking a look at all of these, and that's just off the top of my head. It doesn't stop. Whistleblowers? How about what this administration has done with journalists and whistleblowers? The Espionage Act, which is used to be able to force journalists to reveal their source. Now, to let you know how rare this is, before Obama, in the entire history of the country, all the other presidents combined, it's happened 4 times. Now, Obama has done it 7 times. So far, he's almost double than everybody else in the history of the country. That way you could do things like spy on the Fox News reporter, track his whereabouts through emails, phone calls, spy on his 70-year-old parents up in New York as well. Yeah, that was all legitimate, I guess, to be able to, protect the nation from espionage. So it's a big type of pattern, isn't it, with this administration? Big type of pattern, isn't it, going after people? And you're going to hear the stories about Rick Perry, and they'll tell you Scott Walker, they'll tell you Chris Christie. It's not just there. It's a lot worse.